All right, people. I told you that Ray's Garage, the show, is going to start today. Well, it's starting today. I have my cast here, and we're ready to speak. Well, I have my cameraman. You'll see him eventually. But my first guest speaker that I told you is a surprise, he's willing to come and he's willing to speak. With that said, here is my first guest speaker. Come in, honey.
What's up, dicks?
What's that?
Dean Hill is my first guest speaker.
1 second, I gotta take a piss. Hold on.
He's got to piss before we start. And then we're going to get rolling here. You know, I first met Dean years ago. You know, they're younger than me, but it's okay. I look a little bit better. They look older, but everything's fine. In flag football. Now, so we're going to talk about a few issues and a few things from our past.
We alcohol here?
We
Sorry.
really don't care if you like it or not, but take it as a joke. Derek, show your face real quick, please.
You
The
serve
other
booze here?
He gives us beers when we want
Hello.
them, and this is how the show's going to work.
Hello, everybody.
I'll take
Like
one.
I said before, there's no puppies and there's no sunsets and there's no bullshit. We talk about real issues. Real issues. Now, Dean,
Jesus Christ.
you know, we've heard a lot of stories about what you have done in your life, and I've done crazy shit too. We all do crazy shit, but you have good stories, and that's why you're my first speaker.
This is gonna be good or bad?
It's probably gonna be. It's gonna be both. Don't take it serious. But tell us the story about the sheep in your garage, your shed, mind you.
My shed. See, I didn't have a garage door like you did.
Okay, go ahead.
But I just had a little gathering. It's pretty good. I think we were watching a Bruins Canadians game. And
And what year was this?
94.
94. Thanks.
Thanks, Derek.
94.
Game 7.
And just like it was like 5 people. Then it was 10 people. And my shed was like half the size of your garage. 15 people. 20 people. We counted 28 people in my shed.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So when the game started, we decided, I put a phone in my shed, by the way. And when the game started, we decided I'll take our hats off and do the Pledge of Allegiance. And my mother heard it. She was sleeping. She heard it and called the shed and said that sounded fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mother's cool.
So,
Most mothers wouldn't do that.
No.
They would say, tell your kids to go home. Well, not Ray's Garage people. We don't do that. Our parents are cool and we love it. Go ahead, Dean. Sorry.
well, actually, my mother ended up coming out in her nightgown with a bottle of wine.
That's a sight to be seen.
And
Canadian
Yeah.
national anthem.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, Canada.
So 28 people, you know, there's no bathroom, so people going outside and doing what they have to do. And then Mr. Pat Pine decides to go to my neighbor's house that has a farm,
Dante.
and his name's Dante, and steal 2 of his sheep.
Stole the sheep and brought it to your shed.
Correct.
Opened the door.
Opened the door, threw them in there, and then blocked the door so we couldn't get out.
So you're in your shed with 28
28
people
people.
with a sheep going, bah, bah.
I wish that's all the sheep was doing. It was bucking, kicking, pissing, and shitting all over everywhere. John Cully was in the rafters. They ended up sleeping in my house that night.
Well, let me ask you a question.
What?
Is the whole sheep thing true about people that, you know, when you're banged up, you see a sheep, and don't people have sex with sheep or something like that?
Who do you
Isn't
hang
there
out with?
some sort of story that's banged the sheep?
Who do you
I've
hang
heard
out
that.
with?
I've heard. Well, anyway, I've heard that. All right, so listen.
I know you grew up near friggin' Adams Farm.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so anyway, I have a story. When I was a kid, not a kid, I think I was an adult, and we were at the Little League field across my mother's,
Things are delicious.
and we're throwing rocks
Where do you put the cans?
at cops, and the cops are throwing rocks back. Well, we're trying to hit them, they're trying to hit us, and then over the police radio was, "Don't worry about the Keefe kid, because his mother just dragged him home. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? My mother comes over, grabs me by the hair, and drags me across the street. Well, that's due to the part why I have no hair. But everything's good. Nobody got arrested, and everybody's cool. Now, we have Prather. Derek, show your face.
Hello, everybody.
Tell us about the story, Derek, that when the AIDS victim in your... Derek's a prison guard, and he had a white dude that spit on him who had AIDS. Tell us, Derek.
Well, Mr.
Take your face over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't like to bring up my profession with pleasure, but
Fuck your profession. Just
They're
talk.
they're most of your friends anyway.
Mr. Mark Singola, who came to Suffolk County House of Correction and has a long history of assault on correction officers and female nurses. Well, Mr. Singola is a full-blown AIDS victim, and one day I happened to be working in the area he was in, and that day he received some bad news that he was found guilty on a few things in his D report. A D report is a discipline report, meaning that he got in trouble. Okay?
You should have pissed in his fucking Rice Krispies.
Mr. Singola was in cell 9, kicking the door, spinning, yelling, everything. And me being the guy that I am in my job, I count spoons, ladles, I work in the kitchen, I feed mice. But anyway, make a long story short, I went over to help Mr. Singola, and I wanted to... My college background, I am educated, I can read and write, not like a lot of my colleagues at work. And I said I was going to try to help him.
Shocker.
And Mr. Singola wasn't having it. So Mr. Singola decides to spit out the window of the cell that hit my shoulder. And because of that, I have next Wednesday off. I have to go to court because the department decided to file charges against him.
So with this said, if anybody has next Wednesday off, and you want to go to what court?
Boston Municipal Court, 5th floor, session 3.
Come and watch the
8 o'clock. I will be there.
Pissa.
And I am going to say the same thing that I said a year ago, that I was just trying to help Mr. Singola. And that's what I'm here for. Because you know what? I really had no skills growing up. I played sports. I graduated college, and I bring nothing to the table. So that's why I hand out toilet paper.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good story. Now, let me talk about this for a second. I want to talk about this. We have, there's a lot of people that come to this garage that, you know what, I know you people are like family guys and you love your kids, and we all do too. But sometimes things happen here that we're okay with. Now, I want to tell you, do you guys know the guy that stabbed Paul Pierce in the face? Well, I do. And he's been in this garage.
Didn't he rent a room off you?
He stayed. I
Didn't
love
him
him.
and Nick share a bed?
I think he's a great guy.
All right.
I had my buddy here one day, who's a prison guard, who was his prison guard. And he walked in and he says to him, "Hi, Mr. Prather." I'm like, "You fucking shit me?" Listen, there's no Mr. Prather here. This is Ray's garage. Everything happens here. Next thing you know, we're buddies, we're drinking beers, and we're all hanging out. Now he's doing 40 years for fucking stabbing somebody in the face 30 times. Hill, you got anything to add to that?
No, I just thought you let the guy share a bed with Nick. I thought he rented a room out here.
No.
There's been a lot of people that have stayed here, in here.
Well, you
in
told
there.
me to put a
I've
hope
slept in here.
chest.
I've slept in here before.
You told me to put a hope chest in here for people that want to hang
Right.
out, and I'm okay with that. I'm good, dude, because I know where I
Well,
am.
the last wedding I went to was in.
And I'm smoking too. How do you feel about that?
I fucking hate every minute of it.
That's all right.
Don't interrupt me anymore.
When I smoke, I smoke.
I went to a wedding and I had to sleep here. Not by my choice.
And what you like? Did you fall on a pond?
That's
or
why I
something? You were
said
soaked, yeah.
I was soaking wet, and I don't know what happened to me, but I was wet. And I said, you know what? From now on, why don't you put a hope chest with some fucking blankets or some pillows and enough of these bar stools? We need benches or
I think
like
you're right, yeah.
cots. We need some cots.
You're right.
A blow up mattress or fucking something.
Right.
And give me a fucking key to the place while you're at it.
Well, I told you, if I'm not home, anybody is welcome to spend their time in Ray's garage.
Well, hold on, not to interrupt, but
That's
if you're
okay.
gonna share, if Nick's gonna share a bed with Watsons or whatever the fuck his name is,
Trevor?
Trevor,
Yeah, thank you,
then
Derek. Thank you.
I think I'm welcome.
Absolutely.
Right.
You can share a bed with Patty. If Trevor is sharing a bed with Nicholas,
Consider it done.
jump in with Rowan. I woke up this morning and there was Patty, Jessica, and Bruin in the middle. Now we all know Bruin, right? Whatever it is, this is what goes on in Ray's garage, and I know you're all probably taking your kids out for ice cream and shit. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. This is Ray's garage.
A lot.
This is the way the story goes.
Go ahead, Cyrus.
Let me just tell you one thing about Ray's
Get your
garage.
face in the camera.
Let me tell you one thing about this garage. A lot of people come over here to get a lot of issues off their chest, and anybody is free and welcome here. Anybody. I'm talking, it doesn't matter, race, color, gender, sex. Anybody's free to come over here. If you have issues and you
Well
want
said.
and
Well
you want to
said.
get it off your chest, and, you're afraid to say things like someone might say, "Ooh, well, he's a bigot. Ooh, well, he's a racist. Ooh, well, he's a sexist." Guess what? Ray's not having that. Ray's this is an open floor garage where we
Absolutely.
all love each other. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, he's only partly right. But absolutely, not anybody can come here. But you know what? Very nice. Derek, that was very nice. And that's how we do it over here in Ray's garage.
You let people speak, and we figure it out later.
You know what? Don't take offense. Just be with it, deal with it, and that's how it works. So, in closing, because we don't know how long this video is going to last, where you can post it. Dean, I just want to say I love you.
I'm a hugger.
I love you. Derek, I love you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Right.
And we're
I
all
love you too.
friends.
I love you
And
too.
we like to have the show going. Next week, we got other people that are on board to speak. But I like these guys. This is pretty
I
good.
do have to say one thing before we go.
Go ahead.
The green room here sucks. There's nothing in the green room.
There's no fruit.
Nothing. Nothing to drink, nothing. There's no AC in this fucking place, and it stinks.
With that said,
Okay. All right.
thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.